Hi, Adrian. I'm just going to go over, let's see, let's go over the project worksheet for the animated logo designs. Now, I do want you to start coming to class, because if you come to class, then we don't have to spend outside extra time doing extra things here. It's easier and more efficient if you can make it to class, obviously, for both of us. Definitely on Thursday we're going to do this demo, so you want to make sure you come to that. Let's see. Week 7. Project worksheet for the animated logo design. So these are great for trade fairs, like if you have a TV. You can use your animated logo design to loop on that TV. You can use it on your website, but you do want to make sure to use a smaller file size, such as a GIF, because the MP4 files can slow down your website load times. We want to make these 1080 by 1080 pixels with an aspect ratio of 1:1 for social media. So at least one logo design that's animated should include some kind of video clip, which typically would go in the background of the logo design. Or you can shoot the video yourself if you have something on your phone you like. You should always include sound with video, animated videos or animated logo designs that include video clips. You can get your favorite song off of Anything to MP3 as long as your firewall will allow it. On campus, it will not allow you to use this because it is pirating software technically, but for educational purposes you can use it. I just wouldn't share it around social media too much if it has a copyrighted song in it. There are free songs within Canva that you can use for your animated logo designs. You can create 2 animated logo designs made from scratch using the Animate button. You can chop up your logo in Illustrator and export out separate files for each piece. This allows you a lot more versatility when you're animating your logo design. You should have a tagline in at least 2 of these animated logo designs. A tagline is basically kind of a brand's mission statement condensed in a few words. So if you think of Nike, just do it. That's their tagline. So you can look up taglines if you're confused about that, but try to think of a tagline for Yellow Tin Cup that you think kind of is their mission statement, in some ways condensed into a few words that's engaging for people to think about. So download files as GIFs when you design without video, because they are smaller file sizes. When using videos, you do need to download the MP4 file and make sure to include audio. These should be about 4 seconds in length, so don't forget about that. It says right here 4 seconds in length for each of these. We want to make them quick, not too long. People don't have much of attention span, so we want to make sure we do that. We want a zip file with the 3 animated logo designs, and if you did create SVG files from your AI file, you can include those in the zip file. I don't think you're going to end up doing that because you created your, well, actually you did create your design in AI. So I did do a kind of a demo the other day. I was just making sure this is still recording. We do a file open. Let's see here, where is it? Well, actually, let's see. I can show you how to chop up your logo file if you have an AI file. Download this. Okay, so we have different things here. We have our logo design file in Illustrator here, open. If we go to our layers, it's nice to create new layers. I have separated out this design. This is technically a t-shirt design, but I've labeled them and I've added, the foliage is in the foliage layer now. The skull is in the skull layer. The Montana is in the Montana layer. And I've created a style events layer as well for that text. So now I can animate each one of these things separately if I export out separate files. So there is the Let's see, where is it at? I can't remember where it is. I think it's under, let's just look it up. Asset, so we want to search for asset, oh Christ, asset export, which is underneath window, apparently. Here it is. And here's the asset export panel. And I like to do SVG files because they are accepted by Canva. So if we click on, we want to make sure these are grouped. So if you have different areas of your logo that you've created and named in different layers, you've chunked it up a little bit, you want to create, you know, groups of these. And I don't have my properties panel open. Here it is. So we want to make sure, and these are all grouped, but we want to make sure we group all of these. It could be because the asset panel does not like working with items that are not grouped. So we can just start dragging these in. We can bring the skull in, the foliage, Montana, and the style events in. And we can rename these foliage, Montana, style events. Okay, so I've got those named. Those are almost like file names. And then we want to put this on SVG. And we want to push shift and then export. We want to make sure we put them somewhere decent. I'm just going to go ahead and put them in a downloads folder. But you could choose a better folder for this, honestly. Possibly something in your documents, in your electronic design 1 folder, possibly inside your animated logo design folder. That would be the smartest place to put this, but I'm just going to put it in my downloads for now. Choose that. I'm just going to replace them all. Okay, and so if we go into our downloads now, you can see we have our style events, Montana, foliage, and skull, and they're all SVG files. So that asset export panel will help you, when you drag them over, you can change your file type here, which we want SVG, and then you push export, and you get them in the folder that you choose. We're going to, actually no, I'm going to go into Chrome. So if we go in here, into Canva, we can go to Uploads, and we can upload those separate SVG files, which I put in my Downloads folder. I'm going to push Shift, oops, and I can open those. They will come in, and I can create a logo design. Let's see, this isn't really working super well right now. Okay. You can add a page. Let's just pretend like this is blank page here. This is 1080 by 1080, so when you set up your document, make sure you do 1080 pixels by 1080 pixels. That's at the home page with a custom size. So we want to make this 4 seconds long. If you click on the background, you can do that, and then we can bring in our separate elements of our logo. And they're all different sizes, so we're going to have to kind of size them up here and make them work here so that they make sense. Size this down a little bit. Alright, that's similar to what I'm needing. Now I have all these different chunks. You can see I want to bring this to the front because we can also go to layers and bring the skull up. Let's see, this needs to be moved over slightly. Okay, so now that I have the skull, the foliage, the Montana, and the style events on different layers, I can start animating these things. Super simple. You can pick what you want. You can animate them on enter, exit, or both, and you can change the speed, the direction on this particular one. It changes depending, the options change here depending on which animation type you go with. Sometimes you just get a speed, sometimes you get a direction, sometimes you might get just on enter or exit or both. So you can choose different things here. Some of this is just, I'm just picking random things, but you're going to want to animate each of these different things, okay? And you want to make sure that this is 4 seconds in length. And you can make it apply to all 3 pages. For some reason it keeps defaulting back to 5, which is kind of annoying, but we do want to make sure that it's 4 seconds. So when we animate using the animate button. We want to share this, download. We're going to do page 3. So I'm just going to do page 3, and I'm going to do a GIF file, download that. Okay. And then if I'm making this with video, we want to go into Elements, probably into, let's see, where's video? Video, look up sky, which is what I used here. We can bring that in. We can size it up. It works pretty well for the background. I think you could also do a frame, wherever those are at. So if we brought a frame in, I think you can put a video in it. So if we go back to the video section and put it inside the frame, we could actually make the video go inside the frame too. For some reason it's taken a while to load, but we can also change the length of this to be 4 seconds. So, something like that. Done. We can change the playback speed to make it faster. And that made this 2 seconds, so I do need to lengthen this again. Done. Maybe I want to make the background color of this thing match my logo. And then I want to bring in different parts of my logo, maybe again from my uploads. And then I can kind of reposition everything the way I want it to be. Let's see. I mean, this is just roughly. And so we have the the clouds moving in the background. In theory, it's not working on my. And then we can animate these things, separately. I'm not doing a very good job, but I want you to put a little bit of time, effort, energy into this. And so let's say this is one of my designs that features video. I have page 4, so I can share this. I'll download that. We just want to do page 4. And we want to download this as an MP4 file. And download. Okay. And so if you have video, you need to do the download of the MP4 file. If you have no video, GIF. And also I forgot to tell you, with video, we do need to add in audio, which is here. This ukulele song I kind of like. I just want it on page 4. So we can change the length of this. We want it to be about 4 seconds long. So, and then download that. And that will include video when we go to play it. Or, I mean, audio, I should say. So that's what our MP4 file is looking like currently. It's not very good. It is 4 seconds in length. If I put a little bit more time into this, this would make more sense. Right now it's not really making sense, so I hope that you do spend more time making this look the way it should. Some thought and energy into that. Make sure your file names are making sense. Look at the project worksheet for help with that. And then if you do make SVG files for your logo, which I suggest you do, then you should include those in the zip file as well when you turn in your final logo design. Alright, talk to you later. Bye.